Welcome to the Moroccan Social Matters. You live in Morocco, you speak English, join us for conversation indoor or outdoor.
And your experience with the taxis?
Can I speak Danish because I have a lot of things to say?
You can, try to keep it in English because this is...
The taxi drivers, because I'll tell you one thing.
But
Taxi drivers are the most confident people you could ever meet. They cannot shut their mouth.
Yeah,
he's doing this, he's holding it from here, they're holding it from here, and then they're...
And here's the catch. The problem is, InDriver and the other application is not legal. And that is a problem. Mm-hmm. We are in 2024. I don't understand why it's not legal in this country. Right? But at the same time, now, you're going to have quite a lot of tourists coming in and suffering from the taxi business, because there's quite a lot of incidents where tourists are actually being scammed by taxis.
Of course.
What we don't have in both sides sometimes is customer service, and this is another issue. Have this word in Arabic I could never find a translation for in English.
Let me see if I can find it.
Do you want to try?
Yeah. With the English I have now.
Please, look. But one word though. تقابح. Because we are the Moroccan Social Matter. We talk about any sort of matters that matters to us, which is social, which things that affects our day-to-day basis. But there are some good social stuff that we have in Morocco here. You cannot find in other countries.
And welcome to the Moroccan Social Matter, the one and only podcast or the channel that discusses Moroccan matters in English and English only. Now we might throw an Arabic word from here and there just because translation doesn't do any justice.
Welcome to
The Moroccan Social Matters.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, and you? How are you?
Good.
How's life?
Oh, life is good. It's hot today, isn't it?
Every day is hot in here.
Anyway, this is obviously a drive and talk podcast. It's an outdoor podcast. This is the time where I normally give the opportunity to my guests to talk about anything they like to talk. Is there any particular subject that you like to talk about?
Not really, actually.
So shall I pick a subject for you?
I would rather you pick a subject, yeah.
Good. Anyway, so the subject I am going to choose for you today is modes of transport in London. I'm not in London. Why do I keep saying London?
Then I have nothing to say. Thank you very much.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Yeah. Not modes of transport in Morocco. I keep saying London because I obviously live in London, but So modes of transport in Morocco is a very tricky situation. Supposing you want to go out, you and your friends, you and your two besties, for example, and you live in Casablanca and you want to go to India. What would you choose as a mode of transport?
To India?
Yeah.
Depends on the day and on the budget that I have.
Okay.
I have a saying. I always say this to my friends. If I wake up being the rich area, then I take the InDrive.
Okay, InDrive. Okay. Yeah.
But if I wake up and I'm like the mature, financially stable, responsible area, then I take Tramway, which is like you're traveling to a different city. No, you're not going to India, like you're going to Rabat.
So it's all about the budget, basically.
Of course, yeah. It's all about the budget.
Talking about InDrive, I have noticed, because I used Uber and I use other modes in London, comparing it with the InDrive here in Morocco. What is your experience here with InDrive in Morocco?
I would say it's a decent experience. It's not good, it's not great, it's not bad. It's a decent experience. I was fortunate enough to not meet like crazy people.
Good, so because lately in the news there was this incident with this I think she's an influencer. She's a social media influencer. She had an accident with her car, so she had to use InDrive, and what she ended up basically riding with somebody who threatened her and tried to rape her in InDrive. You know, are you
No,
aware of this?
No, I didn't hear it.
You didn't?
No, actually, no.
Well, actually, it's out there in the news. Yeah.
Just recently,
Yes.
this summer.
I think it's about a couple of weeks ago,
Wow.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because it depends on the people. I mean, wherever you go, it could be like the most amazing, respectful job ever. It could be, it could be a teacher, it could be whatever, and then you might meet a co-worker or a supervisor that is mentally unstable. So I don't think it depends on the job.
Okay.
So, but yeah, whenever you go, you will find them. But
And you experienced with
public transportation.
and you experienced with the taxis?
Can I speak Danish because I have a lot of.
You can. I mean, try to
Dude,
keep it in English
no.
because this is obviously an English podcast.
No, dude, do not let me start on that.
So let's say there is no in-driver, there's no transport application in Morocco, and you have to use the taxi, and you and your two besties. Do you think you have a chance? You had a better chance? Do you think you have a better chance getting a taxi, three of you, from where you live to India?
Actually, it depends. All right,
Yeah.
it depends on the time. Like if we're going in the morning, I would say yes. But if we're actually going out around 5 p.m., it would be difficult because at that time there are a lot of people who are actually wanting to get a taxi. So there is a bit of competition between you and the other people. You see?
Okay.
So for example, you are a taxi driver.
Yes.
Small taxi, red one, and I'm with my besties. Like the three of us are here, and then there's another girl, all alone by herself, right there.
Right.
And we like taxi, like we want to stop it. It will go to the other girl and not us.
So you pick that one person and leave the
He will
three.
pick that one person, and then he will pick another person.
Because it's it's lucrative business for him doing that.
Of course.
Yeah.
And if you, for example, if a taxi like does stop for you and wants to take you, under a condition, you all have to pay.
Separately.
Yep.
Even though you're going together.
Of course.
That's not bad. That's bad.
That's
Actually,
bad.
that's really bad.
Yeah. So that's why.
So hence why people are going for the application in drive.
Of course.
So
yeah.
you prefer. So in that case, it's actually in driver is much cheaper.
cheap. We split the bill. For
Split the bill with three of you. He comes all the way to your house. All the way to your house. But here's the catch. The problem is in driver and the other application is not legal yet
Yeah.
in Morocco, and that is a problem. Because now Morocco we are in 2024. I don't understand why it's not legal in this country. I understand that there is still that culture of the grima and all of that for the license for the taxis and whatnot. But at the same time, now you're gonna have quite a lot of tourists coming in and suffering from the taxi business, because there's quite a lot of incidents where taxis, tourists are actually being scammed by taxis.
We get scammed by taxis.
But tourists get scammed more by taxis,
Yeah.
apparently.
You're a Moroccan living here, and you go, for example, to Marrakesh or you go to Rabat, and you want to take a taxi. Once you hear your accent, your dialect,
Yes.
he will
I had
take you all
had
over
that
the
same
city.
issue. I mean, I do look Moroccan, but the moment I was speaking, and I had obviously British pounds with me in Marrakesh, they tried to scam me, and he tried to overcharge me. You see me? So it's actually a very, very bad thing.
It is a bad thing, unfortunately. It is a bad thing. I mean, if we speak about transportation, the buses here are getting way better than before.
Actually, you got that tramway. But I spoke to a couple of people. You know what they said to me? They said to me, yes, it's a really good idea, but at the same time, we don't have the culture for it.
We don't. I mean, I'm not going to speak in general, because if I do, I'm going to,
Yeah.
there are a lot of good citizens, but there are very few.
There is very few people
see?
putting their feet on
If
the.
you have 100 people on tramway, you can find only 5 people that are disciplined enough to actually care for it and not throw trash anywhere and not speak very loud or listen to music on speakers.
Yeah. They play music on speakers.
Yeah, some of them do, or even videos. You can can see an old man holding his phone with very very high volume, and then listening to, I don't know, news, or
In public transport.
and even ladies listening to recipes about making.
In public
certain-
transport.
Yeah, of course. That's normal.
Do you know
here.
in London we call that antisocial behavior? It's actually antisocial behavior. In London, that's an antisocial. You cannot play music in a loud manner. In a public transport.
Transport, yeah.
Because you're actually annoying everyone else. And it shows that you are selfish. You don't care about your
It
surroundings.
doesn't show that you are selfish here. It shows that you are a very confident person,
That's very bad.
and that you own the place.
That is not.
If you
yeah.
treat a place as if it's your home, then you're you're charismatic. You're a very confident person.
That's very bad.
You see, that's why I look anxious to people, or people like me look very anxious to others, because we actually do respect others' limits. We don't cross them.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah.
See, that's what that's actually going to encourage. That's actually not going to encourage good people to use those kind of methods of transport. But what I think they should do is they should enforce some sort of penalties.
They do have them. Have
But
you
are
ever
they
been-
enforced?
Have you ever been on a tramway?
No, that's
Before.
why I'm asking. No.
Okay, first of all, you should.
Yes, I've never been, but
You
that's why I'm
should.
asking. Yeah.
Second of all, yes, we do. We have like a list printed on the.
On the tramway itself.
Yep.
Okay.
In Arabic and French. You cannot throw trash. You cannot speak. You cannot make noise. A lot of things, but none of us read that. No one does give a.
Does the tramway has a camera in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be.
Just
yeah.
yesterday, I was with my mom outside. We were shopping in Dar Sultan. Then
Yeah.
we came back. You know, there is. I know people would know this. There is a, what do we call it? A station called Ndakra, where you actually get out of a tramway to get to another.
Okay.
So we did that, and then we were waiting for the tramway to come so we can get in and get home.
Yeah.
There was a man. He just got out of work with his bag. You know, tramway. There is a, what do we call that in English?
Railway.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the trackway?
Yes, the
I
track.
mean, the way it actually is supposed to be driving on. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's not for us to be on. That's not.
Yeah, it's
for
supposed to be clear. It's only for the
motorcycles.
tramway to actually,
Yeah.
to actually get people on time.
And,
Yeah.
and do you know that actually motorcycles here do cross that, and they do walk on them? You know,
yeah,
have you
that's-
seen them?
Yeah, that's
Well,
bad. That's bad.
yesterday
Yes.
we were sitting there, me and my mom sitting down, and the man was actually on the bridge. He was holding his bag, just coming from work. It was 9 p.m.
Wow.
And then the two dudes on a motorcycle, they passed by. They tried to take his his bag.
Also, not only he's actually breaking the law by driving on it, but now he's, committing
Stealing.
another offense.
Uh-huh.
bad.
He's doing this. He's holding it from here. They're holding it from here.
They're
and
having
then
a
they're
pull, tug and war,
Uh-huh.
basically. Yeah.
Eventually, they didn't let him go. But guess what he did? He followed them anyway. He kept running and running and running, following them, and then he came back.
Empty-handed.
No, he still has his bag, but he was just
He just wanted
because
to.
he was eager.
He was eager. That's
he
bad.
was fuming, so he wanted to basically just fight with them. But
That's
they ran
really
away.
bad,
and
yeah.
They came back.
That is really bad.
Yeah.
That is really bad.
So a tramway is a good solution for us. But again, it's a good solution for people to steal.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really, really bad.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing as well. So when it comes to transport in Casablanca or in Morocco in general, but specifically in Casablanca, because Casablanca has got the biggest transport issue. This is a big city and it's a crowded city at the same time.
Yeah.
Overall, the best option for traveling is still an application, apps, InDriver. Or you got InDriver, you've got other ones as well. You got
There are,
InDriver,
I'm not
you got
quite familiar
Kareem,
with
and
other ones,
InDriver, you got Kareem, and you've got
InDriver is the most popular.
Yango. You've got another one called Yango as well. So those are the best options for. But at the same time, it's not legal. It's not legal, and the issue is,
We can't make it legal.
Why would you say that?
Am I gonna end up in jail?
No.
Or should I talk?
No, you can talk. I mean, no,
I mean-
we're free.
If we're talking about the government, they cannot make it legal because then they will have other issues with the taxi drivers. Because I'll tell you one thing:
But
taxi drivers are the most confident people you could ever meet. They cannot shut their mouths, speak up.
can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I know exactly where you're going with this, but
Uh-huh.
before I'm going to help you.
Uh-huh.
You know, this issue has happened all over the world. It's not just in Morocco. The only problem, what makes it more worse in Morocco is just a bit of that. Like I was saying, we had to stop and park and continue the conversation. You said that the issue that you have, the point that you're trying to make is they will never legalize it. You said that they will never legalize it simply because the taxis are very confident people. But let me tell you something, this is the point I was going to tell you. That this actually has happened all over the world before when the Uber just came in. Remember all the other taxis, including the black cabs in London. You know the black cabs they have bigger history and they are more organized than these guys and well mannered. So when they see a threat, they deal with it way better than these ones have. But look now, the black cabs are working hand in hand with the Ubers and every other companies that are out there. Additionally, Uber, all of them. You see what I mean? So it's bound to happen. The problem is the taxi driver in Morocco don't have the ability to swallow it.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I've been saying actually. They
And the war they made, I don't know if you heard, they used to stop them. You know, in Arabic they say brakihu. You know, the
I've been actually in one, and the taxi driver tried to
stop you guys.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Do you know this, by the way? I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you ever used InDrive or any other?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Did you sit here or did you sit there on the passenger seat?
They always ask you to sit at the front.
Exactly. Why do you think that?
So you don't look like you are actually working as an in-driver, and it looks like we know each other, and it's just like a family
Exactly.
car.
So that happened actually before. I was using one, and the taxi driver actually he kept walking side by side to us.
Yeah.
And they had an old interaction before, a bad one. And he remembered him. The taxi driver remembered the guy that I was
Oh, so he basically memorized it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Guess what he did?
What?
He kept walking around saying, InDrive. This is InDrive.
This is what I mean.
Yeah.
This is the problem. I mean, when the other taxis around the world, they didn't deal with it this way, but then again, the company. Here is where the legal issues are.
Yeah.
InDriver, I don't know, maybe somebody is going to correct me on this. InDriver, when they came to Morocco, they didn't get the license on the activity that they're doing right now.
Yeah.
So they took the license of a tawasul, مش التوصيل.
Yeah.
Tawasul means I am linking one client with somebody here. I'm just the bridge.
Yeah,
I'm just an application that links the driver with the passenger.
Okay, so you want Uber in Morocco? We'll get you the app.
By the way, Uber
That's it.
Uber has already entered Morocco. I tried to enter Morocco, and apparently, I don't know, the taxi driver attacked their office. Their office.
What?
Yes. That's what I heard. And Uber said, you know what? Let's pack our things.
Go to
Morocco is
Dubai.
not. Yeah,
Let's
Morocco.
stay in Dubai.
Let's stay in Dubai. Let's stay in those advanced countries, because these guys, you can't just give me the license to practice and then you let all these so-called taxis, well-mannered people attack me. You see what I mean? The problems the taxi driver do sometimes is they try to take the laws in their hand. And when they do that, they come across like gangs. You see what I mean? And Morocco is more in need of that. Like you, for example, you are a young girl. You see what I mean? And you as a young girl with another young besties wanna go out. The safest way for you is actually a Uber or a app for transport.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna take you from point A to point B
to point C, maybe.
to point C to stop in point D between B and,
And
C
even
and whatever.
when you're coming back, for example, with your best friends, coming back from a party or coming back from whatever, a beach trip, whatever you go, you can actually put a lot of, for example, my house address and then my friend's house address and then my other friend. So basically, he will drop me off, drop my friend, drop my other friend.
Yeah.
A taxi cannot do that.
No, you can't. You wouldn't negotiate. Yeah, you wouldn't negotiate. The other thing as well, what we don't have in both sides sometimes is customer service, and this is another issue. I mean, customer service is not just in transport. Customer service in Morocco in general. I don't know what is your experience when it comes to customer service in Morocco, but my experience with customer service in Morocco is terrible. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe my customer service expectation is so high. You know, when I was in the UK, you know, I worked for a company called Marks and Spencer's, right? And to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not trying to big them up. I'm not trying to give them value nor take value from them. But as an employee, they give us the best training for customer service. You know what one part that actually stuck in my mind. You know what they told us? They said to us, look, when you're talking to your customer, look at the level. Look at the levels. When you're talking to your customers, try to avoid saying the word no. Even if we have to say no, try to avoid saying no. For example, you come to buy a t-shirt.
Yes.
And we don't have that t-shirt. Yeah? Instead of saying to you, no, we don't have that t-shirt, but we might get it next, try to avoid, they were emphasizing on avoiding saying no.
So basically, you might give them other options. You have one in black.
Why? Because when you say just the word no,
shut them
they
down.
might forget everything they say in that sentence, but they will remember just no for that experience. It's psychology. So so I jumped in, you know, me being the anxious that I am, I was like, so what do you want me to say? They said, always start your sentence, I'm afraid we don't have that t-shirt, but let me show you other t-shirt that you might be interested in. Look at the psychology of the customer service.
No.
But here is
don't forget that this is a third world country.
Yes.
And the UK is a first world country. So their issues and our issues are quite different.
Yeah, but
so if you say customer service here.
No, when you say, sorry to cut you, but when you say first world country and third world country, you're talking about infrastructure. Customer service comes within the person.
No, I don't agree with you.
Let me tell you something. You can go to a guy who sells libin and he has a really good customer service. Why?
All right. So basically your idea is that we should have customer service here.
No, my idea is when you go out, and I'm being very specific for Casablanca, that when you go out, you're spending money and everything, but you're not getting a really good customer service. You go into a restaurant, you sit down, you're like, the guy he pretend like he didn't see you. The guy who said,
what's the reason behind that?
He doesn't take. This is why. This is the point. And this is the point I'm bringing you to. He's not taking pride on his job.
Why?
Okay, you want to go deep?
Why?
Okay, good.
Why?
Because of two things. First of all, who's responsible? Him, number one. Why? You're gonna go to the why he's not getting, because he's not getting paid very well. This is why you want to link it to infrastructure. But it doesn't matter if you agree to take on. This is the point. If you agree to be even volunteer to work on that job, you should give that customer.
And that's what I always say. Okay, so I have a thing. I always say, you make a decision. There is no regret. There is no reaction. You go for it.
Yes.
You do it perfectly. You go back.
Okay.
You made that decision.
Okay, I'm gonna reverse the question to you.
Other options.
Okay, I'm gonna reverse the question to you. So why? Exactly. Let me answer. I'm gonna answer, and then I'm gonna ask you why. And if you have a different answer than I have, then you tell me exactly why. People don't take pride in their job. and people have a psychological problems with their jobs because
Why?
he's already I told you I'm gonna reverse the question. And I am answering.
Okay.
This is why. Why? It's not because of people are not taking pride of their jobs. You know what? I'm gonna answer it in a different question, so you don't ask why again. My teacher says he's God bless his soul. He's dead now. He was a really good university teacher, and he said, son, you'd rather be the best egg seller in town than an average CEO. I'll let you marinate that in your head.
No, I got it.
He said, you'd rather be an egg seller, which doesn't get paid that much, but you master your trade. You master it. You're good at it. You came, you saw, you conquered. That's it. Then being an average CEO of company that takes millions, because you're not contributing to society. Really, you're contributing to your pocket.
And you being the best egg seller might get you richer than being a CEO.
You might do. You might get famous. But the point here is you're contributing to society. And if everyone contributes to society, you don't need to be rich.
Yeah.
It defeats the objective of being rich. Because why do we want to get rich? So everything can be easy. Why can't everything be easy as it is?
As we are, yeah.
This is because not everybody is contributing to society as they should. So my point is,
I'll
when
tell
you
you
go,
why.
1 second, no, don't, because you kept asking why. I'm gonna ask you why. So when you go out, you're gonna agree with me. Just be patient. Watch this. Yeah?
I go
Your
out.
turn is coming. What? You going out? You're spending 1,000 dirham. 1,000 dirham on a restaurant. 2,000 dirham sometimes. خويا واحد الكاس الماء. And this is how it is. ها؟
Yeah.
صافي اخويا انا جاي. حميد حميد شو مع الكليان هذا الله يحفظك. This is customer service. This is what we call customer. This is not customer service. This is not customer service. You know, customer service. First of all, he's supposed to be coming to you. He's like, "Hi, my name is Muhammad, or my name is Abdullah. I'm going to be taking care of you tonight." That's number one. And you know the worst part that pisses me off the most? When you finish your dinner, they're looking at you with that look. Where is my tip? Do you see what I mean? Now the question is, the question that is going to bring us to why they're not getting paid. I'm going to give you, okay, fair enough. They're not getting paid good, but you agree to the job.
Exactly.
Do you see what I mean? There is another golden rule. Treat people how you like to be treated.
What would make them do a better what would make them be customer service first? Because there isn't a word here that is actually relevant to us as being customer service. What do you think they should have?
First, they should, number one, they should take pride of their job. Second, they're responsible. Number one. The second person who is responsible for it is their employers.
And what does
the employers does not
do,
train them on
should
customer
do?
service.
He needs to bring an example first.
No. That is what we call training.
No, still. I'll tell you one thing.
هذاك الexample.
There's a thing in Arabic that we say فاقد الشيء لا يعطيه, which means
just a question, just example. هذاك example اللي غتجيبيه على تو ما داش من training. تولد هكا.
Still. I'm telling you, still. In Morocco, in some Moroccans, with all my due respect as I'm Moroccan myself speaking, they need to see an example so they can follow it.
Look, there's another thing in employment law in the UK. The employer has a duty of care against his employee. The employer has a duty of care against the employee, as the employee has a duty of care against his job description. Are you hot?
Actually, a
Yes,
bit,
put
yes.
this on. So everyone has a duty of care. Do you see what I mean? Everyone has a duty of care. So when you come, for example, I hired you. You're like, I am good, I'm this. But I still need to give you my expectation for my customer, how you should be treating them. Look, like I said to you, Marks and Spencer, before we even jumped on the shop floor, 2 weeks of training at the back. We were not allowed.
Is it gonna be paid? The training?
Paid, yes.
They can't do that here.
But that's the investment people need to do. This is what I said to you. If everyone contributed to their job, society will be better. Will be much better than you could imagine. That is it. So which brings us back to customer service, even in transport and that. If customer service was actually a thing in Morocco, oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I'm gonna correct that. Customer service does exist, but only for foreigners.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this, only for foreigners.
Yeah.
Like when my friends come from the UK, and they all like blondie, and we go out
That's
and what?
Morocco. That's not Maghreb.
Yes, I go out. We go out a restaurant. I experience customer service. When I go out by myself, because I look Moroccan, I don't experience customer service. Mohammed, خويا الله يحفظك customer. خويا clinics الله
But
يحفظك.
sometimes I myself or me with my friends, if we speak English, we get a better
Customer service. Yeah, you see what I mean?
Sometimes, not always.
Do you know one day I did a trick in the bank? Every time I go to this bank, I'm queuing up forever. It was actually in Barshid. No namings of the bank. And one day, I went with my show and basically put my headphones on. My friend Jason called me from the UK, and I was chatting to him. You know what happened? The director came out from his office and he received me in his office. Do you see what I mean? In his office.
Now, how would people there feel?
Very
Other
bad.
citizens?
Very bad.
Yeah.
I felt bad because when I was standing there,
I know.
I was looking at the crowd. All the crowd was looking at me.
Yeah, of course. It's bad.
It is tremendously bad.
We need, I'm not gonna say years. We need centuries.
I think everyone needs to take. I think, to be honest with you, the solution is everyone needs to take pride in their job.
Now, as the people watching us, I'm not sure how many people are watching us, but I'm gonna give them an advice. Let's start with ourselves first.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'll start with myself. You start with yourself, a bit by bit. We give better customer service to our families, neighbors. It doesn't mean you have to be working in a business so you can give a customer service.
Look, customer service is not just in
Your
businesses
neighbor can
or
be your
restaurants.
customer sometimes.
No,
You
you know what?
said-
Look, to me, the definition of customer service is a customer is all basically connected to the definition of being a customer. When somebody is coming to you and he's contributing to your business, you're supposed to give him the best service. You see what I mean? You're supposed to give him, you know another thing, people don't go outside to eat because they don't have food in their house.
People go outside so they can have a good time.
Exactly. So you can have a
Have
good time.
fresh air,
Fresh air, good time.
meet good people.
Exactly. So as a teacher, for example, you are an English teacher.
Yeah. Yes.
Your students are your customers.
Yeah.
There you go.
The parents are your customers.
The parents are your customers. Remember, I used to say that in school as well. I said clients. I used to use a different. I said they are your clients. They're your customers.
I had the same mindset when I started working as a teacher. When we had the parents meeting, parents, of course, they will talk. Especially the first meeting, they will try to introduce you to their kids. My son likes this. My daughter likes this. I listened. I swear to God, I'm not trying to brag, but a mother and a father told me, "You will go far away with your career." I said, "Thank you." Because this is my first experience and I'm so afraid and I'm anxious and I talk a lot and I laugh a lot. I said, no. You will go far away. Because you listen. You listen.
You listen.
You didn't interrupt us. You didn't say, "No, I know, I do that." Okay, my son is a bit anxious. Please, can you put him in the front? Yeah, I always do that with students. I do that.
I have, as an English teacher, we both are English teachers, but I have this word in Arabic I could never find a translation for in English.
Let me see if I can find
Do you want to try?
Yeah. With the English I have now.
Please, look. But one word though. تقابح. تقابح.
Exactly. People here.
We have this issue in Morocco because, like you said, the parents were like, "You're listening, you're
are
not
in
defending."
in defensive mode. Yeah, we say it's that defensive mode. We always are trying to defend ourselves.
The closest one I found to it is defensively debatable.
Yeah.
We like to debate. for example, I mean, we have this issue here in Morocco. Everyone is تقابح. Everyone has to have this last word. And hardly I find this word, this sentence of someone saying, you know what?
You're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
I hardly hear this.
Or I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
My bad.
My bad, I didn't know that. I mean, we do hear, I'm sorry, اسمح لي يا ولكن عندك الحق.
No.
أنا اللي خطأ.
No.
You can't never hear it.
No.
ديما إيه ولكن. But
ده صريدك ده.
yeah, في الفهمات فلسفة.
You've been told that you're Muslim before.
Yeah, you know this. I'm famous for that in that job. But yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, that's the issue. That those are so we even used to debate in religion. There is what we call politeness in debate. Number one is even though you know the other person is wrong, you should always let him finish the sentence, and you should always listen to him and take notes in your head, because if you are so right, you would listen, and if he is so wrong.
But the point that I was saying, we were talking about the phenomena of تقابيح. Like I mentioned at the end, there is a politeness of debate. There's something that we call politeness of debate. You should always let even if you know you're right, you should always let the person express themselves and explode first. And once they explode, because you're right, so you got nothing to lose. So you can still say, have you finished? Yeah, thank you very much. I hear you loud and clear. Can you imagine if everybody does that in Morocco? It would be a really good communication between one and another. But I have actually tried this. This is what makes me sometimes antisocial. Like when you go to a cafe, I can walk into any cafe now. I can say just one word. Everybody's an expert in that word. Everybody is an expert. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Everybody has the last say. Everybody's opinion is correct. So تقابيح is a word that I can't find the right translation for it in.
There's no alternative to
There's
it.
no. You'll have to translate it in few words for it to actually give. Because تقابيح is debating without knowledge, really and truly. Debating for the sake of being right, or debating for the sake of I am here, I have opinion, and it's actually being dogmatic. Someone dogmatic is someone who's just like a dog. But I am right, I'm right.
Because as I said, people here talk, when you talk to them, they're not hearing you. But instead, they're thinking, what should I say? How can I answer him? How could I defend myself?
Yeah.
How could I show him that I'm confident?
Yeah.
I'm better than you.
Yes. Yeah.
I know better than you.
You know what? You got it. Do you know what? I just didn't want to say something. I was going to say something, but no. In the UK, between guys, when they have when we have a guy that basically has this mentality of تقابيح, we always have to stop the conversation and say, guys, it's not about who's got the biggest dick.
Exactly.
It's all here. It's all about I'm stronger than you. I'm better than you. I was like, guys, it's all about getting to know the truth.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Getting to know the truth is more important than everything else. Because sometimes just listening to each other, we get the truth. There's some truth in what you say. There's some truth in what I say, and so forth, until we get to the real truth.
And there is nothing as arguing, as you can tell. In schools, for example, there are competitions abroad where people talk and the others talk. I have my own arguments, logical arguments in the paper. You have yours. They can never do that here. I mean, they can, but students here should have foreign teachers.
Foreign teachers, yeah.
Moroccan teachers teaching students how to argue. We ourselves cannot do that.
Yeah, it's true. Now, since we talked about, I have a question for you. So we talked about transport. We talked about customer service, and we talked about this debating thing because it's linked to customer service and whatnot in Morocco. Because we are the Moroccan social matter. We talk about any sort of matters that matters to us, which is social, which things that affects our day-to-day basis.
But there are some good social stuff that we have in Morocco here. You cannot find in other countries. Example, we look after our parents. No matter what happens, you will have a fight with your mother, debate, shouting, pull
Whatever
this,
that
she'll
thing
smack
is,
you.
will always end up
Yes.
sitting down, eating dinner together.
You're gonna have dinner and you're gonna sleep the same under the same roof with her.
Exactly.
And the next morning you're
And
gonna go
once they
and buy
talk
her
to you-
milk. Yes.
And once they talk to you, say good morning, you have to answer good morning.
Do you know other social problems that I've noticed in the UK? Once you're 18, how old are you? 25, right? Can you imagine you become 18 and your mother said, Aya, you need to
Leave.
get out of the house.
Leave, yeah.
I need to have my own life now.
Yeah, you're 18, you can do whatever you
You can
want.
they have that social problem
know,
there. They have that social problem there. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And the other problem as well, all my friends in the UK, right? Most of my friends, their parents are divorced. Most of it. You see, their parents are divorced. And when they're divorced, they don't even link up. It's like the kid does not get to see their father. When I said divorce, everyone is divorced. Divorce means separation. He doesn't even know, the father doesn't know where the son is and everything. You see what I mean? So everyone is just completely in a different. Here we still have that family values. You see, you know what your brother does. You know what your brother
course,
likes.
we always
You know
keep
what
in
your
touch.
mother likes. You know what pisses your mother off.
Yeah.
She knows what pisses you off as well, and so forth. And over there is very difficult. Everyone have this individual kind of life. You see what I mean? Only sometimes, like I feel like only if we can mix and match.
Take the good things from there,
And
take the good things from here, build a better social,
But better
Society.
better social,
better society.
society,
Good
better
things
social
from here,
background,
good things
better
from-
social.
That's the perfect image that
Yes.
we want. Yeah, of course. Well, smart people, that's what they do.
Yeah,
A smart country, that's what a smart country does.
yeah.
For example, I don't have an example in mind, but I can say, for example, Korea.
Yeah.
It was a very
Not North
closed
Korea.
off, no, South. It was a very closed off country.
By the way, did you see? I'm sorry to cut you, but did you know who Nada is?
Yeah.
Have you seen her interview with me about North Korea and South Korea?
Uh.
I said to her, not North Korea. She said, I don't like North Korea.
I know.
But yeah, South
you
Korea
see-
are very disciplined.
You see, they're very intelligent. They took good things from other countries, but they also kept their traditions.
Yes, they
They're
have.
very open, but at the same time, they're very family oriented. A guy cannot live with a girl unless they get married. They're still very closed off when it comes to the traditions.
Why is?
But at the same time, they are very open when it comes to job discipline.
Is this
to
why all the
customer service?
Yes, I have noticed that. I've never been to South Korea. I've been to Japan. I've been to China. I didn't like China, but I've been to Japan. Japan's
oh,
customer
they're
service.
top tier.
Not even that discipline. You know, public toilets in there. Oh my God!
I've seen that.
I can sleep in a public toilet there. It's so clean.
Yeah.
Even the train sometimes.
But they also have their bad side.
they have suicide.
You can
rates.
never have
They have
a
a high
perfect
suicide.
perfect country or
They can-
perfect.
But this is why we have this Moroccan social matter, because we want to learn from the good stuff from other countries, and we
Yeah.
want the other countries to learn some good stuff from us.
From us.
We want to have what we call the middle ground,
Yeah.
somewhere where it's a middle ground. We have some terrible social problems here, but the other thing as well that pisses me off sometimes is we have access to internet. We have everything in our hand, but we seem to always learn only the bad social stuff from the West through TikTok and through Instagram, YouTube and stuff. But we don't actually. I mean, there are a few examples where people learn really good stuff through the media, but hardly any. Hardly any. The other thing as well that you mentioned about South Korea, I have noticed most of my students love Korea and they love this Korean. Is it because of the soaps and the drama?
I do like it too.
Yeah, I know. I remember you even gelled with my students, and you and Nada and Bida and all of them. You guys were. I was like, at one point, I was like, do you guys want to make a podcast about?
you're gonna continue talking.
If you guys want to do that, it's not a problem. I'll give you the
I know.
platform.
I
But I have
would
noticed there is an
say,
interest. There is a high interest.
there is an interest from my end. I've been into that. I've been liking that country or liking their movies, their K-drama, their everything since 2012. So I would say I'm very old at that. I was 13. You see, but now the kids now, why are they getting into Korea and they love that country? Is because that country actually advertises itself to the younger generation.
Through soaps and dramas and everything.
Yeah, through K-pop, K-drama, through. That's what we should do as well, because our country is good too. Like, we have good places. It's getting better, I think, but when it comes to advertising the country, we don't do that as much. But Korea, yeah, they advertise their food. You can see like a bottle of milk with a picture of an idol on it, of an artist that a girl at 12 years old likes. Of course, she will go buy that milk and brag to everyone it's from Korea, it's from this, you know. Yeah, so they do advertise their country very well. As I said, they took the good things from both sides.
Talking about countries, they come to you now and they say to you, here's your passport. Here is $1 million, but choose one country to settle it for life. Which country
I would choose Netherlands.
Holland?
Yeah.
Why? You don't know much about Holland.
I know, I don't know much about it, but it's not a random answer.
Well, you must have some sort of
Well,
facts.
what I've seen so far, I've seen good things. When I think of a good country, I actually, my age now, I don't think about economic. I do think about an economical state.
Yeah.
But I don't think about their what do we call it? Not economical. You know, they're the politicians. What do we call that? Political
views.
I don't think about that. I've seen they have good food, good places to enjoy. They have good education, good healthcare. It's a good place in general. There is
the
very
Dutch
low
society is
crime
quite
rate.
happier. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'd say. But if you asked me when I was 14, I would say Korea as well, as your students say.
Yeah, I
But
thought you were
now-
gonna say Korea. That's why I was like,
No,
yeah.
not really. Not really.
Good. Anyway, thank you very much for this
welcome, of course.
podcast.
Anytime.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you as well.
And for you guys, viewers,
Yes.
anybody that is interested in having a podcast, we come to you. We do have podcasts indoor, but the studio comes to you on this instant. We'd like to have your views matters quite a lot to the Moroccan social matter, and yesterday's Morocco is not today's Morocco, and I'm sure it's not going to be the same as tomorrow's Morocco. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you very soon.